Hi.
Hi, Annie. How are
Hello.
you?
I'm good, thank you. What a glorious day it's been.
Fantastic.
Oh, yes, a real feeling like summer's on the way. Really
Definitely.
nice. So, of course, it means a lot of gardening.
I've been weeding.
Yeah,
Weeding.
yeah, I've been mowing, endlessly mowing and strimming and whatever.
We're
But
both in Halifax.
we are, yeah.
I'm home.
Yeah, exactly. Both in Halifax for this one. Both in Scotland, both in Halifax. Yes. So we've got New Moon in Taurus.
Yes.
Always an interesting one for me because I'm Libra, Venus ruled Libra, of course. So we've had that big boost of full moon in Libra, sort
Yeah.
of get the balance together. And now we're
Yeah.
into that the supermoon Taurus and the ground yourself. And it's quite funny today as I was sort of uh, gardening and whatever and looking at the plants and like some of them are a bit pot bound and it's like right, okay, where are you going to root yourself, Annie? It's coming time to put your roots down. And so I think we're getting that push, aren't we, from that Taurus.
Definitely.
And
Definitely.
it's going to be, yeah, come on, sort out where you're going to plant yourself. And
And it is about self, isn't it?
yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
this new moon is all about self.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And thank you for the moon post that you put on Facebook. I
Yeah.
always enjoy when that pops up and share that onto my wall because it's that reminder, isn't it?
Yeah.
We are influenced by moon energy, so we bet it's good to take advantage.
It
Let's take
is.
advantage. Yeah, definitely. So it's really funny. Because this month I wanted this reading I wanted to use my earth magic.
Yes.
That sort of get your feet on the ground, Annie, and get step by step to where you want to go. But I also brought down with me from Scotland the Good Tarot,
Oh, yeah.
Karen Reid.
Yeah.
I like her cards, and I always find with this good tarot pack, there's a sort of gentle, insistent energy that always makes me feel like, come on, get on. Not surprising, it's got a green back on the card. Not
Yes.
surprising, I'm in my green and pink, which is you know, embracing heart and embracing what we want out of life. So I just feel with this next, I won't say month, I keep coming to month rather than a couple of weeks. This is very much that grounding, practical. That lovely Taurus, though, is also about tenacity. I'm not going to be shifted. I'm just going to keep going on, doing what I need to do that's good for me because I want to achieve. I feel like we've got a month of achieving coming up. Or certainly
Yeah.
setting, as we'd say in Lancashire, setting your stall out.
Yeah.
What I
Yeah.
want, this is what I want the energy to bring in for me. So I'm kind of I'm very excited to see the opportunities because I do think Venus loves us. She's bringing in these really brilliant sort of opportunities for expansion, but it's up to us to love ourselves enough to take them.
Well, Taurus is a very nurturing
Yeah,
sign as well, isn't it?
yeah,
So,
yeah, absolutely. So let's see what the card is telling us. Oh, the first one is Eagle.
right.
Now I love Eagle. In this Stephen Farmer deck, it's about communication, and there is kind of the mystic person asking, in a sense, what can the eagle see? Because for me, what I love about Eagle as well is the overview. So we're
Yeah.
being encouraged, look at the big picture, look at the overview, listen to your heart, communicate with yourself. what am I dreaming? Am I dreaming the best for myself, or am I sneaking in the stuff that really it's not going to be good for me? And having that clarity, I just feel like there's a beautiful full moon there.
Mm.
You know, things coming to fruition. The time is right. It's the fullness, but we've got to make sure we know what we want that is good and kind for us. Uh,
What's that the card says? That communion of bringing together what you want.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And connecting in and recognizing the biggest picture, because all of the planet, the people, the animals, everything's connected and can speak to us.
Mm.
Um, I've got the beautiful Five of Air card.
Oh, ballet.
She's dancing. She's
Absolutely.
up in the clouds. Now I have to laugh. I'm laughing because I often spend most of my Venus time up in the clouds because obviously I'm air rather than earth. But what's interesting is there's five birds, five peace doves, if you like, around her.
Yes.
And for me, what we're being shown is the opportunities. She's got, I don't know if you can see it, it's a bit faint, but she's got a little string with a bubble on it. She's just managed to catch a bubble. It's really,
All right. Yes. Those
um,
pockets are there.
yeah, and of course, um, it's so ethereal. The bubble is so fragile but strong.
Mm.
We've got this opportunity to remind ourselves that we can be vulnerable. It's okay because we're strong.
Yeah.
Can look at life and the flow of change as something positive. Five for me always represents in the eye of the storm when we're busy with change, when it's coming at us full on. Sometimes we forget just how strong we actually are, and that we'll go out the other side of it, and life will improve and life will be better. So I love that she's joining us into that dance. And again, we've got that bird perspective. What do we see when we're up there? What is
Mm.
it we can visualize in the bigger picture? So this next month, let's get that bigger picture in front of us. Let's use the opportunity the energy gives us to really vision, um, to tap into our spiritual purpose as well, I feel is coming through this. And
Definitely.
the next card is one of my favorites. It's
Oh, look at that.
passion.
Passion. Yeah.
Because you can't have a fire if you've not got the ground and the air. And this wonderful um, purpose, I think for me, the passion, it's what we're putting into our purpose.
Mm.
We have we woken up yet to the fact that we're in the year of the chariot and we've got to focus and drive ourselves forward. This year is not real. It's funny, it's not really about other people. It,
No.
it's actually what are we doing for ourselves to take
Yes.
ourselves forward? And so, can we breathe into everything we're doing, our passion? Of course, if we're doing what we're passionate about, we're generating joy, we're generating high vibration. So, it's really interesting to have that energy. But again, I'm just thinking about that beautiful Taurus bull when it gets on a charge. Ah, I'm going for it, passion, yeah, which makes you want to run away because it's quite scary. But
Absolutely.
this isn't about running away. This is about, wow, let's use that energy. And it's paired with water, three of water.
Right.
And of course,
Beautiful.
water can dampen down any fire.
Yes.
Water is emotion. Three for me is always about creativity. And if you look, what she's got in her hands are shells full of pearls.
Oh, absolutely. Wisdom. Mm.
Wisdom. It's quite funny. A little pearl appeared in a pocket of mine the other day, and I thought, where did that come from? Just one little pearl. And I smiled and I thought, right, wisdom, what have I got to be wise about? So I feel as if with this card, as it supports that passion, we've got to be creative.
Mm.
And we've got to recognize our wisdom about our own emotions. Are we holding on to stuff that no longer matters, that's now
We've got to let it go. Yeah.
absolutely. And fire can be destructive, but fire is also what helps us to reignite, but it also helps us, especially on Mother Earth, it helps us to rebirth. So, although the water is cooling some things down, it's cooling the emotions down that get in the way of us pushing forward and being passionate about what we want to do. And we've got those pearls within us. We don't have to look outside. We've got to look inside and find that wisdom. And the biggest wisdom, of course, is knowing what's right for you. And that
Mm.
takes us right back to that communion and that eagle. Oh, this is such a joyful card. This
Oh,
is
another.
a celebration. And
Yeah.
that wonderful excitement, when we dance with excitement, again, I feel like this month, the opportunities, the surging energy, if we're following our dreams, if we're using our passion, we're just going to be dancing with it. I'm in the mood for dancing. Just
Dance, dance.
joy of it, celebrating that we've taken those early steps, celebrating that we've committed ourselves. It's our intention. I'm driving this chariot forward and I'm driving to where I want to go. As you know, I've had a load of dreams with this new moon about travel, about moving forward. And that's
It was the one about Alan Sugar that I thought was fantastic.
well,
Tell the viewers.
I was taking Alan Sugar to the train station, me in the car driving him, even another in the back, keep trying to give me directions and me listening to the sat nav going, no, I know where I'm going.
That could be the abundance as well when you think of who it was.
Yeah. So the thing that is tangible about, and I love Taurus because it's practical, it makes it practical. The celebrations we can have are about the practical things that we've achieved. And I think we just have to keep reminding ourselves. Oh, I love this card. This is the Ace of Water.
Right.
That beautiful seahorse with a pearl.
With a pearl. Yes.
This is perfect because the ace is all about completing top of the tree. That's why we're celebrating. Now, you have to be careful because you can turn that fabulous, successful ace, you've aced it, into, I haven't even got started. I'm on the first step.
Well, that's it, because the A's can be at the beginning and the end.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And what this beautiful seahorse is saying is, you've got your pearl. You've got your pearl. Don't think you've got nothing. Don't think you're only just beginning. You've got your pearl. Maybe you haven't seen it. Maybe you don't want to see it because it's frightening, because it's the future. Maybe it's because you don't want to take the credit for your achievements. But
And I think that's the Taurus energy again. It's like facing the fear, drive it forward.
yeah, yeah. And but the reality, of course, is that if we look at it, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the counts. If we look at it, that's a perfect combination.
Yes.
Celebrate you. Celebrate what you've got, what you've achieved. Celebrate. Don't tell yourself, I haven't done enough. Don't tell yourself it. Oh, we don't want those voices. Not this month. We've got this new beginning we can step into and stride forward. And that's the important thing about it. That's what we really need to do. Now, I do feel like I need to get another tarot card. So I'm just going to pick it up. Oh, there we are. Seven of Fire.
Right.
There's that lovely unicorn on the top of the mountain, looking at
As if she's waiting for you to get on top and ride forward.
the stars, saying,
Mm.
"Come on, seven's your lucky number." Now,
Mm.
for me, seven is always about when you've got through a period of change, things start to settle down. And they're actually little fireflies. I know they look like stars, but they're little fireflies.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it is a seven of fire. But it's that thing about you're now on solid ground.
Yeah.
You've got your passions going off all around you, and you can move in your story.
Yeah.
You can move wherever you want. You can get on your unicorn and ride into the sunset, whatever. Remind yourself that you've got through the worst or the most disruptive bit. I feel that card fits just before full moon.
Mm.
I feel like when we get to that rise of the full moon, we will be able to recognize, hey, look how much I've moved forward.
This fortnight. Yeah. Yeah.
And look at the tiny bits of change that are left. They're nothing more than fireflies, specks.
Yeah.
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 Ooh, I like those cards.
Very good. Very good. Well, I'm using my Ancient Stones by Rebecca Campbell.
Oh,
And Pearl Grey came out, the Angels and Ancestors
oh
today.
yes. Uh-huh.
But again, really interesting, Annie, because they've got green backs to them. Okay, right. Let's have a look what the stones have to say. Interesting. Okay, I think there's definitely another card to go here as well. But I'll
Mhm,
right, so
mhm.
here we have beautiful picture here.
Yeah.
And this is the Stone of Destiny.
Yeah.
Okay, there she is. It's like she's putting her staff into the rock and
Yeah.
shining her light.
Yeah.
Um, and I think with this, it is about where it says a stone of destiny. It's your life path. It's what you've been brought here to bring forward. You know,
Yeah.
your passion, your positivity, your ambition, but your joy. That word joy is coming up again,
Mm,
and it's making sure that you know that staff, where it's more of a sword that she's placing into the rock, you know, like
mm,
Excalibur,
mm.
is that, you know, and Excalibur didn't budge.
You
You know,
know.
once it was in, when the right person put the sword in the stone, it
Mm,
didn't budge. And, you know, and that showed, you know, King Arthur's destiny. And I think this card is very sort of poignant to say, you know, we know that we're ready to
mm,
put that sword in that stone and to bring it forward.
mm,
And it's just that we've got to, and Taurus will allow us to do it, just drive it forward. We have in the
mm,
ancestors card, we've
mm.
got this gentleman here, and
Yeah.
he is the knight. Again, he's got his sword
Yeah.
in his hand,
Yeah.
and it's about being brave and being honest with yourself. You
Mm,
know what you need to do
mm.
for yourself moving forward, but also for inside your authentic self. You know what to do. So be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Grab it by, I'm going to say, grab it by the horns, definitely,
Yeah.
and take it forward. Because you know the middle cards here, they do resonate together. We've
Mm.
got we've got the singing stones here,
Oh, lovely. Yes.
and you know she's there. She's giving her voice. She's letting out that the Song of Joy, and she's got, her, you to see other reflections around her.
Yeah.
Everybody seems to be singing,
Yeah.
and it is, you know, to me, seeing the two people either side is like her vibration
Yeah.
is going out there.
Mm.
And it's about using your own voice as well. You brought up the communication, and I don't think it's about talking to others, it's about talking to self, as you
Mm.
said, you know, and making sure that the messages you're giving yourself
Mm.
are of the right vibration, that positivity that you need to be bringing in. As you say, it's so easy to think, well, shall I, shan't I?
Yeah. Yeah.
You've got to be
Yeah.
positive. You've got to sing out your joy. You've
Mm.
got to make it vibrate, so the universe will take on the energy of those vibrations. So just transmit it.
Mm.
And the one that's come with that is the sun, the
Oh,
beautiful
yeah.
sun card.
Yeah.
And whenever I see the sun, I mean, you know what it's like today. Woke
Mm.
up this morning, the sun's out.
Mm.
Joy,
Yeah.
happiness, feeling, you're going to enjoy your day. And it's about success as well, enjoying your own success.
Mm.
Give yourself that pat on the back. See how far you have traveled this year, because there's been a lot of traveling this year. We've been taking that chariot forward.
Mm.
And it's again your happiness, you
Yeah.
know.
It's interesting because we got the sun at full moon. We've got radiance, didn't we?
Yes, we did. We
Yeah.
did. And it is about keeping that burst of happiness there, you
Mm.
know. Um, and you've brought out several fire cards, and of course, that again will bring out that brightness.
Yeah.
Um, we've got the Caliph again, our lovely wise lady,
Yes. Yeah.
and it's the crone,
Mm.
and she's there,
Mm.
and to see this as yourself, um, see yourself as the one that's going to be taking your voice forward. You
Mm.
will be the teacher. You
Mm.
will be that the elder, if you like, but
Yeah.
within your own journey
Yeah.
and your own experiences. And of course, it brings out the wisdom again, the wise one.
The
You
wisdom.
know,
Yeah. All those
definitely
calls.
bringing out the
Yeah.
wisdom.
Yeah.
And I remember last time this card came out, I said about the stepping stones in the front there.
Yes.
They
Yeah.
look a bit dodgy, they look a bit wobbly, but the light is at the front, and and here I feel we got the steps. It
Mm.
goes from wobbly to sturdy steps going up.
Mm.
I think that is what it's about. We are ready to take that journey forward now.
Mm.
Um, we then have
Oh,
the shaman.
yes. He's got such a strong face.
Absolutely.
Mm.
And he's there holding what I see is the traveling. Time makes you travel, doesn't it?
Mm.
And it's got a lot of the alchemy signs on it. So the universe is going to be bringing you the right signals, the right
Mm.
signs to
Mm.
take your way forward. So it is about trusting in those higher forces.
Yeah.
Trust in that. There is another card coming out,
Yeah.
and it's not from there. Interesting. Oh, right. Okay. I think I need to shuffle my ancestral cards. It's not feeling right.
Do you
This
need
one
a
fell
different
out.
pack?
Sorry.
Do you need a different pack?
I'm just wondering. I think you might be right, Annie. Will you give me 5 minutes? And I think I know the cards I want to bring out. Um, those cards are synchronizing with each other, but I
Yeah.
just feel that I need a master card,
Yeah.
and I think our ladies, our priestesses of light, are the ones that are going to be
All
giving me that.
right. Well, that would make sense, wouldn't it?
It would, they're beautiful cards. That's really weird.
Yeah.
That's never happened to me before. But
Right.
you're absolutely right. It was a different set of cards that I needed. Again, they've still got the lovely earthy backgrounds to them.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm just going to pull one of these out. and just see what comes. Oh, I think it's just a reminder because we have this beautiful lady playing her music.
Oh,
Okay.
wonderful. Yeah. Wisdom.
But the message on here is about learning,
Yeah.
learning to appreciate your joy,
Mm,
learning to take yourself forward.
mm,
Stop, we have the elder, the teacher, and it
mm.
is about listening to those wise words that are going to be coming forward.
Yeah.
Um, from your inner self, I think, you
Mm,
know,
mm.
and just joy. I mean, there's the words art and music on here as well,
Yeah.
but again, the two beautiful swans at the
I
bottom.
was about to say we got more birds.
Exactly. And again, very peaceful. I love swans. They're
Mm,
so graceful. They mate for life.
mm.
They've got it right.
Yeah.
Maybe we need to be more swan-like.
Yes.
Well, you had the ballerina, didn't you? So there we go.
Yes, I did. She was floating on air.
Yeah. And I think, the fact that wisdom came out in your cards, the
Mm,
the wise one came out in mine.
yeah.
That I think is the big message of this reading
Yeah.
is your inner wisdom,
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
know.
This couple of weeks particularly, it's about listening to your intuition.
Absolutely.
Follow what you feel, follow what you're prompted with, rather than get your thoughts in, slowing you down. Um, well, you and I both know we operate on intuition. When it feels right to do something, we'll do it, and it turns out to be right because something else, it always flows if
It
you go
does.
with that intuition. Um,
Definitely.
and definitely, to find that joy, to find the passion, we've got to listen to our inner selves and what we're being prompted to do, because it will be with all the guides and inspirers and our loved ones in spirit. They're all rowdy and shouting for us, come on,
That's it. I
yeah,
mean, you've had the dancing cards. I've had the singing cards.
yeah,
That card said about the arts as well, and all the arts that you can,
yeah.
we can embrace,
Mhm.
to take
Absolutely.
ourselves forward.
Yeah,
Oh, I
definitely.
like that. I
Yeah,
like that.
that was, as always, a brilliant set of cards for
It
us
was.
to um, live by for the next couple of weeks till we get to that full moon. So,
But I do think it is a message for the month as well, Annie.
mhm, mm,
It's going to be interesting what
felt
the full
like it.
moon brings in,
Yeah,
but I do think what we're creating now
yeah,
will go forward
yeah,
well over the next fortnight.
yeah,
It's something we need to carry forward,
yeah,
definitely.
absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Gwen.
Very good, Annie.
I love having these little card sessions. And it's amazing when you look back and you go, oh yeah, that was spot on. I do
Oh, I know.
sometimes going, oh. And I shouldn't, because I know, that it's the guidance that comes through for all
But
of us.
it is. It's
Yeah,
that, it's the higher self as well, isn't it? It's remembering, to call on the universe, to call on
yeah,
your guides,
mm,
and
mm,
the angels,
yeah,
because we mustn't forget, that you know, they're there to help us.
yeah,
And how many times do we think, why didn't I ask my
yeah.
guide?
Yeah, exactly. Brilliant. So, thank you very much, and I will speak to you in a fortnight.
Yes, lovely.
Take care,
Bye.
Gwen.
Bye.